to my channel. My name is Kendall Burns, and this is another craft video made especially for kids. Today, I am going to show you how to make this adorable sign inspired by conversation hearts for Valentine's Day. And today, I'm also going to show you the basics of using a Cricut cutting machine with vinyl. That's what I used to make the text on here. But if you do not have a Cricut machine, you can also just use a red Sharpie. So I'm gonna show you how to make it with the Cricut machine and without the Cricut machine. I know quite a few 10 to 13-year-old girls who for Christmas this year got a Cricut machine, so I thought I would include that in today's craft tutorial. For this project, you are going to need a wooden sign. I got mine at Hobby Lobby. It was $6.99 and then it was an additional 40% off, so very affordable. You're also going to need paint colors. This pack of hearts, wooden hearts from Hobby Lobby, were $1.99 and they were also 40% off, so super cheap. Then you're going to need red vinyl, which I got at the Dollar Tree, and transfer tape for vinyl, which I also got at the Dollar Tree. My grand total for this project was about $11 or $12, so pretty cheap project. It can be made even cheaper if you find a sign at the Dollar Tree, which I know they have a lot of like wooden planks, so that's totally doable. And you could get that cost down to closer to $5 or $6. Look how perfectly these hearts fit on this sign. It was meant to be, this project. Okay, the first thing you're going to do is lay out a paper towel to protect your work surface, and then you're just going to go ahead and paint the hearts. I drip the paint directly onto the heart just because it saves me a step of having to drip it onto a plate and then onto the heart. Apply a thin layer first and then let your hearts dry. Once your hearts are dry, come back and apply a second layer of paint. I decided to paint the back of my wood sign white so that my hearts would pop a little bit brighter against the white background. However, the wood background was really cute too, so you could just leave it its natural wood color. Now this next part is for those of you who are watching who have a Cricut and want to use it to cut the vinyl letters for your conversation hearts. You're going to open up the Cricut app on your phone and click the plus button to open a new project. Next, you're going to click the T button at the bottom menu for text, and it will pull up a text box for you. And you can delete the word text and write whatever you want your conversation hearts to say. I chose Be Mine, XOXO, and Text Me. After you type the word, you are going to click the font name at the bottom so that you can select the right font that looks most like a real conversation heart. I went ahead and used the font Helvetica. Then you just X out of the fonts, and as you can see, we have our word ready. So for my next word, again, I click on font, and then I clicked on system, and I searched for Helvetica, selected it, and then I just pushed cancel and kind of swiped out of that. And then my last word, XOXO, I'm gonna do the same thing. I clicked the T at the bottom for text. I'm gonna replace this word text with XOXO in all capital letters. And then once again, I will click on font, click on system, and then I'll search up Helvetica. Select it, swipe this down. Next, I'm gonna show you how to size your words. So you're gonna click on what you want to size. On the bottom menu, swipe over just until you see the button that says edit. You're going to click that edit button, then right above, swipe to the right, and you'll see a place to enter the width and height of your text box. I measured my hearts and they were about 3 inches at their widest point. And so I wanted to make my text box 2.5 inches. So I just typed in where it says width, I just typed 2.5 and that automatically changed. So then I select my next word and I did that for all of them. So they were all the same width of 2.5 inches. Next, you'll go up to the save button in the upper right corner. It's kind of the symbol of a floppy disk, which most of you probably don't know what a floppy disk is, but that is the save button. And go ahead and save it. And I said save to iPhone, but if you are gonna use a computer for your Cricut app, you can also save to the iCloud and it will save it for multiple devices. So then you're gonna click make and this picture of the mat will pull up. And I just moved my XOXO so you guys could see that you can just click on it and you can move it if you needed to. Go ahead and click next. Now you can see that my Cricut is set to cardstock. I have the Cricut Explore Air 2. So the newer ones are a little bit different, but on mine I have a knob and I just turned the knob to vinyl and it automatically in my app changed my material to vinyl. Once you're on this screen, the arrow button on your Cricut should start blinking, indicating that it is ready to have you load the board into the machine. Okay, so now I have my Cricut board. I'm gonna peel off the plastic layer on top. I got my boards a 3-pack for $7.99 from Amazon, just so you know. And I'm gonna put my vinyl with the backing down on the sticky part of my Cricut board. I'm gonna push it down as flat as I can. This vinyl is from the Dollar Tree, so it's not as high quality, but it works and it's really affordable. So as you can see, that button is blinking and I'm gonna push it, and then after the mat has loaded, the C Cricut button will start blinking. When you push that, it will go ahead and start making the cuts. You can see that the vinyl didn't quite stick down on this one part, and that's okay. I'll just fix it after it's done. Try not to be frustrated if for some reason your machine doesn't work or part of it comes up. You may have to redo it. Just remember that when you're new to something, it takes a while before you can master it. Okay, once your cut is done, that arrow is gonna start blinking again, and you'll push it and it will unload your mat, and then just peel your vinyl off of your mat and go ahead and cut out carefully, because it's kind of hard to see, because the cuts blend in. But I'm gonna cut out my 3 words so you guys can see them separated from each other. And then I'm gonna fix that T real quick because I want it to sort of stay in its place. The next thing I do is take a thumbtack and I do what's called weeding. So it's just taking out the back of the cut. And they call it weeding, like you would weed a garden. You're weeding, you're taking out the excess that doesn't need to be there. Now, as you're weeding, you need to be very careful, especially if you're using cheap vinyl from the Dollar Tree, because some of these letters, especially because they're skinny letters, they will want to kind of come up. So just push them back down as you go and carefully and slowly weed your vinyl. And sometimes if you pull the vinyl at different angles, that helps as well. And again, just remember to go slow. Okay, now I'm gonna get my transfer tape and I just wanna cut a piece that will fit all 3 of them. I'm gonna show you 2 methods. One is with the transfer tape. So you pull the backing off the transfer tape and then you place it over top of your cut vinyl. Then you turn it over and you peel off the backing. Then you flip it over again and you stick that transfer tape on your heart. This is how you use transfer tape. It's pretty cool. My transfer tape that I was using was stickier than I would have liked, so it made it a little difficult to get off, but it was still doable. Just made it a little difficult. You can see here, I kind of fold the transfer tape in half so that I can very gently peel it as I stick the vinyl, as I press the vinyl down and make sure it's really sticking to the heart. Okay, another option is to just use your vinyl like stickers and just peel them off yourself and stick them on. The only reason that is not my preferred method is what you'll see me do right here, and that is that I put them on completely off center, and that drives me crazy. So I had to peel them back up and scooch them over. If you do it with the transfer tape method, you can really center it before you stick it down. So it really comes in handy to use the transfer tape. Okay, last one. I'm going to use my transfer tape and peel it back very carefully while making sure that my letters are sticking to the heart. Okay, ta-da! Okay, now if you don't have a Cricut, you can totally still make this project. You just need a red Sharpie, and I just put a ruler down to help me draw straight. I started with, I'm just doing XOXO, and so I started in the middle because then it's easier to center my letters. But I just went ahead and freehanded XOXO. My Sharpie was kind of running out of ink, so it didn't turn out perfectly, but it's still pretty dang cute, even if you don't have a Cricut to do your letters. Okay, now you just line your hearts up on your board, And I used a ruler just to check where the center of my board was, and I just eyeballed it to make sure that that center heart, the point at the bottom of the center heart, was at about 7.5 inches, which was the center of my board. And I kind of use my fingers to measure top and bottom to make sure it's sort of centered. And I use a hot glue gun. I put 3 globs of hot glue on the back, and I just evenly applied these hearts to my board. Look at that. That's adorable. I love it. Thank you, friends, so much for watching this craft tutorial today. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my crafts for kids. See you next time.